Yo, the earth is kind of flat. Stick with me, let me explain. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple different things, and stick with me, stay to the end, because I'm going to tie all this shit together. So, first of all, let's debunk the fact that the man landed on the moon. You going to tell me, in 1969, they was able to shoot a Ford Tempo. Was it Ford or Chevy? Ford? Chevy? Anyway, you gonna tell me you was able to send a Pinto to the moon in 1969. In 1969, they didn't even have power windows, power locks. I think they were still switchboard operators, but they had to take the cord out and plug it in. You know what I'm saying? And they was able to communicate with these people up in the sky in 1969. And then here we are almost 55 years later with all the advancements in technology, and they ain't been able to get back to the moon. All right? And say they did get to the moon. When a rocket takes off from the Earth, it is held up on this big stand. And Elon Musk just came up with this technology to land the joint into it. So you're going to tell me in 1969, they landed that joint in the moon in the perfect position where it was able to take off again? And then they got the boosters and the booster kickoff and all the flames and this and that. How they do that from the moon? How they do that from the moon? You going to tell me they was able to get like a push start and pop the clutch? Half y'all young boys probably don't even know what it is to pop the clutch.
What if I told you that we never landed on the moon in 1969? Here are 5 facts that prove it never happened. Stick with me as the last one will blow your mind. Number 1, the computer problem. The Apollo guidance computer had 4 kilobytes of RAM and ran at 0.043 megahertz, weaker than a pocket calculator. And yet they claim it handled precise moon landings, navigation, and astronaut survival. Number 2, the Van Allen radiation belt. To reach the moon, astronauts had to pass through deadly radiation belts. NASA says thin aluminum shielding protected them. But how, if the belts were so dangerous? How did 1960s tech survive exposure that should have been lethal? Number 3, flawless communication 240,000 miles away. NASA supposedly transmitted live video and audio from the moon to Earth without advanced satellites. Even today, we struggle with lag and interference over long distances. How did they achieve perfect transmission in 1969? Number 4, the spacesuit mystery. NASA says their suits protected astronauts from 250 degrees Fahrenheit in sunlight to 250 degrees Fahrenheit in shade. But these suits were never tested in space-like conditions before the mission. How did they work flawlessly on the first try? So did it really happen?
So, man never landed on the moon. Now, they talk about a firmament, the firmament. All right, if you don't know what it is, look it up. In the beginning, in Genesis, like it's like the first couple verses. Like read, you ain't gotta go that far into the Bible. It's on like page 2. You know what I'm saying? He created the heaven, the earth, the moon, the suns. He put a firmament on top of the earth and placed waters above and below.
What actually is the firmament? There has been an ongoing debate between Christians who believe the earth is flat and who believe the earth is a globe on the meaning of Genesis 1:7 that states that God made the firmament and divided the waters above from the waters below. Some take this in a literal sense and see the earth as a flat surface that is enclosed by a physical barrier and that there is water on the other side of this firmament, which explains why the sky is blue. Others take this in a more metaphorical sense and claim that the firmament is in fact our atmosphere and that it is not a physical barrier. Therefore, the earth is a globe. The reason there has been so much debate over this is that there is evidence that subjects that we have not actually been to space. An example being Operation Fishbowl in 1962. Operation Fishbowl was an experiment by the US government where they detonated nuclear in the sky and claimed that it was to test the atmosphere's reaction to them. But many believe that it was really the government attempting to see if they could break through this invisible barrier. What are your thoughts?